I'm 74 years old, and I haven't been upstairs in my own house in 2 months. My bedroom is up there. The bed I shared with my wife for 38 years. The closet with all my good clothes. The bathroom with the big window that gets morning light. But I sleep on the couch now. I've been sleeping on the couch for 2 months, telling myself it's temporary, telling myself I'll go back upstairs tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. Because the truth is, I'm afraid of those stairs. And avoiding them has become easier than facing what that fear really means. It started about a year ago. Small things. I'd come down the stairs in the morning, and my knees would hurt. Or I'd go up at night and feel winded at the top, needing a moment to catch my breath. Normal aging stuff. I told myself, nothing serious. Just my body reminding me I'm not 40 anymore. So I started being more careful, holding the railing, taking my time. Reasonable adjustments, smart adjustments. That's what I called them. But then, I started thinking about the stairs, even when I wasn't on them. I'd be downstairs and need something from upstairs, and I'd hesitate. Did I really need it? Could I get by without it? Was it worth the climb? More and more often, the answer was no. I'd make do with what I had downstairs. Wear the same clothes an extra day. Skip shaving because my razor was in the upstairs bathroom. Small compromises that added up without me noticing. I live alone. I've lived alone for 6 years now, since my wife passed. At first, the house felt too big, too empty, too full of memories. But it was my house, my home. I knew every corner of it. Living alone after 70 meant I could do things my own way, on my own schedule. No one to answer to, no one to accommodate. But it also meant there was no one there to notice when I started changing my habits. No one to see me avoiding the stairs. No one to ask if I was okay. Have you done this too? Started organizing your whole life around avoiding something that scares you. The turning point came 4 months ago. I was coming down the stairs, holding the railing like always, being careful like always, and my foot just missed the step. Not by much, maybe an inch, but it was enough. I stumbled forward, my hand slipping on the railing, and for a terrible moment I was falling. I caught myself 3 steps down, grabbing the rail with both hands, my heart hammering so hard I thought it might burst. I sat down right there on the stairs, shaking, breathing hard, thinking about what almost happened. The fall, the broken bones, the hospital, the nursing home, all of it flashing through my mind in an instant. I made it down the rest of the way eventually, slowly, carefully, but something had changed. The stairs weren't just inconvenient anymore. They were dangerous. They were a threat. And every time I looked at them after that, I felt my chest tighten. Felt that same fear rising up. Felt myself making excuses to avoid them. I started sleeping downstairs. Just once in a while at first. I'd be watching television late and feel too tired to climb the stairs. So I'd just stay on the couch. Tell myself it was just for tonight. That tomorrow I'd go back to normal. But the next night I'd be tired again. Or it would be late again. Or I'd remember that moment of almost falling and decide the couch was fine. The couch was safe. When was the last time you felt safe in your own home? When was the last time you moved through it without fear? Without calculating risks, without avoiding entire rooms because they're too hard to reach? My son noticed when he came to visit. He went upstairs to use the bathroom and came back down looking concerned. He said my bed hadn't been slept in. He said the upstairs bathroom hadn't been used in a while. He asked if I was sleeping downstairs now, and I got defensive. Told him I'd just been tired lately. Told him the couch was comfortable. Told him not to worry. But he did worry. I could see it in his face. He was seeing what I'd been trying to hide. He was seeing his father, elderly, living alone, slowly shrinking his world to avoid the stairs. The house started to feel divided. There was the downstairs, where I lived, and the upstairs, which became almost like a separate apartment I didn't visit anymore. I'd think about things I needed up there: clean clothes, my good shoes, the photo albums, but thinking about climbing those stairs made my stomach tight, made my breath short, so I'd make do. I'd wear the same few outfits over and over. I'd go without things I wanted because getting them meant facing the stairs. I stopped having people over. My neighbor used to come for coffee sometimes, and she'd always use the bathroom upstairs, because the one down here is small and cramped. But I couldn't have her going up there anymore. Couldn't have her seeing the dust accumulating, the bed unmade for weeks, the bathroom unused. So I stopped inviting her, made excuses, said I was busy or not feeling well. Another piece of my life cut away because of those stairs. Do you know what it's like to become a prisoner in your own home? To have entire rooms you can't access? To feel your world getting smaller and smaller because you're too afraid to move through the space you've lived in for decades? The couch started hurting my back. It's not meant for sleeping. Not night after night. I'd wake up stiff and sore, everything aching, but I still didn't go upstairs. Because physical pain was easier to deal with than fear. Easier than facing the possibility that I might not be able to live here anymore. That aging and independence were pulling in opposite directions and independence was losing. I tried to convince myself it was fine. People adapt, people make changes. Sleeping downstairs was just being practical, smart, safe. But I knew the truth. I knew I wasn't adapting. I was hiding. I was letting fear run my life. I was giving up parts of my home, parts of my independence, because I was too scared to face the problem. My daughter came over one Sunday with her husband. She'd been talking to my son. They were worried. They wanted to talk about options, and I knew what that meant. They wanted to talk about me moving out, moving somewhere without stairs, an apartment, assisted living, a nursing home. That fear I'd been carrying, that nursing home fear that sits in every elderly person's mind, was about to become real. And it was my fault. Because I'd let the stairs win. But then her husband said something I wasn't expecting. He said, "What if we fixed the stairs? What if we made them safer?" He's a contractor. He started talking about adding a second railing, better lighting, non-slip treads, maybe even a stair lift eventually if I needed it. He said these were solvable problems, that avoiding the stairs wasn't the only option, that I didn't have to give up my home because of this. And something shifted in me, because he was right. I'd been so focused on avoiding the stairs, so convinced that I couldn't use them anymore, that I'd never considered there might be other solutions. Solutions that would let me stay here, stay in my home, keep living the life I wanted. We made the changes over the next 2 weeks. Better railings on both sides, brighter lights, treads that actually grip. And I started using the stairs again. Slowly, carefully, still nervous, but using them. Going back upstairs to my bedroom. Sleeping in my own bed again. Reclaiming the parts of my house I'd given up. It's been 6 weeks now. I still hold both railings. I still take my time. I still feel that flutter of fear sometimes. But I'm not avoiding the stairs anymore. I'm not letting fear shrink my world. I'm not letting the difficulty of one thing cost me everything else. If you're avoiding the stairs in your home, if you've moved your life to one floor because climbing feels too hard or too scary, please hear what I'm saying. This isn't just about stairs. This is about losing independence, one compromise at a time. This is about fear making decisions for you. This is about your world getting smaller until you're trapped in a fraction of your own home. There's still time to make changes. There's still time to add railings, improve lighting, get a stair lift, find solutions that let you keep using your whole house safely. But there's not unlimited time. And waiting until you're completely cut off from half your home, until moving out feels like the only option. That's when you lose control of the decision. So please, be honest with yourself. What are you avoiding? What parts of your home have you given up? What compromises are you making that seem small but add up to something bigger? Because those compromises, they're warning signs. They're telling you it's time to ask for help. Time to make adaptations. Time to build safety into your home before fear takes everything from you. If this resonated with you, if you recognized yourself in this story, I hope you'll subscribe to this channel. Share this video with someone who might be struggling silently. Leave a comment and tell me what you're dealing with, because I know I'm not alone in this fear. Hit the like button if you found this honest and real. We need to have these conversations. We need to stop pretending that avoiding problems makes them go away. Sometimes facing what scares us, with help and support and the right tools, that's how we protect the independence we have left. And that's something I'm still learning every single day.